Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second edition of the Mac Agora B2B webinar. My name is Corinne Sokpo, and I am the CEO of the Midlands African Chamber. It's always such a pleasure to connect with you on a bright Tuesday morning, straight from Omaha, Nebraska. I am right here waiting for my co-host John Wedrago to join us today. We were initially scheduled to have a guest speaker from Togo, President Symenouh from the Togo Chamber of Commerce join us this morning. However, due to a scheduling conflict, he's unable to be with us. So we will diverge a little bit from the scheduled topic that we had initially. And today we are going to explore instead how US based small and medium sized enterprises can prepare for a successful trade mission to West Africa. As you know, Mac has been working on our trade mission to West Africa for the past 2 years. It's been quite an exciting journey for us, visiting with our partners in Togo, Ghana, Burkina Faso, over the past 2 years and really exploring what are the key sectors that offer synergy to both entrepreneurs in Nebraska and in those countries, and to curate a program that will be of interest to our members, but also to our partners' members in those countries. So we are really excited as we prepare for this upcoming trade mission in August. So mark your calendars for August 22nd through September 5th, 2025. You should go to www.midlandsafricanchamber.com and register today to participate in the trade mission. Now, there are some key dates to keep in mind. Registration closes on May 30th, 2025, and participation is only limited to 24 businesses. So you have to go in, get registered soon, and start preparing to participate in that trade mission. So, in order for you to prepare for the trade mission, John and I today are going to go over a few things, especially for those that have never participated in a trade mission before. We are hoping that this will be a very informative discussion. Please feel free to jump in. If you have any questions, put them in the chat so that we'll be able to answer your questions and really help make this a good interactive discussion for you. Now, we want to make sure that our participants are fully prepared and that you are able to maximize this opportunity, because a trade mission is more than a business trip or a tourism trip, although there will be opportunities for tourism during this trade mission with Mac. I mean, this is going to be West Africa, and there's so much culture, and we'll be remiss not to have some of that be part of this trip. So we want to, however, help you maximize your impact and position your business for success in the dynamic West African market. So why have we chosen West Africa? That's a question that somebody just asked here. Why West Africa? Well, West Africa is a key trade and investment hub. It's a growing market with a very young population, vibrant population. Key investment sectors in agriculture, infrastructure, in mining, in e-commerce, fintech, really growing sectors in those areas for businesses that are based in the US to jump in and get a toehold in those sectors in Africa. We have very favorable environments for businesses, especially in countries like Ghana at this point. So today we'll discuss how to prepare essential business materials like capability statements and B2B profiles in preparation for the trade mission. We'll talk about business etiquette and cultural considerations for building strong partnerships when you engage with international partners. We'll talk about maximizing B2B business meeting opportunities and networking opportunities on a trade mission like this. We'll also talk a little bit about the matchmaking process and how to connect with the right partners. And last but not least, we'll discuss logistics, travel tips, and safety considerations when you are abroad, especially in a part of the world that uh, presumably you've never been in before. So, to revert a little bit to the question before, why West Africa, youth and entrepreneurial population, governments that are actively encouraging foreign investment and promoting trade by putting in place favorable fiscal policies to attract foreign investors. Ghana, for instance, as I was saying, one of Africa's most stable democracies with a business friendly environment. Accra has really been booming the last two times I visited. I just returned from Accra in February, and you could literally move around like you would in the US, use your credit card everywhere. Pretty much, live the way you will live here in the United States. Um, you can take a Uber to go wherever you need to go, so transportation is not a problem. Um, Welcome, John.
Thank you, Karin.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Me too. How was your weekend?
It was great. It was great. Thank you for joining us. I was just letting our viewers and our Mac fans know about what we are doing today, and that our discussion today will be centered around trade mission etiquette and how to prepare. And I just let them know as well that President Symenouh from the Togo Chamber of Commerce and Industries was not able to join us today due to a scheduling conflict, and we are rescheduling his appearance with us for another day. But you and I are going to cover everything they need to know in order to get ready and maximize their
Absolutely.
investment for
Absolutely.
the trade mission. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I was just telling them about, when I was in Ghana. So the one of the questions that came was, why did we choose West Africa for our first trade mission? And I think you and I have gotten that question from people several times, right?
Yep.
Why did you choose West Africa, and why did you choose those countries that you are targeting for your very first one? So I was talking about Ghana, and telling them about my experience in Ghana. You were in Ghana also last year.
Yep.
What did you see?
I mean, I was amazed. I was amazed. Like a lot of opportunities
Mm-hmm,
in a very developed country.
mm-hmm,
So to me, Ghana has a lot to offer
mm-hmm.
for investors.
Yeah,
Foreign investors.
agriculture,
Yep.
mm-hmm. Energy,
Agriculture, energy, real estate,
mm-hmm.
uh,
Manufacturing.
manufacturing,
Mm-hmm.
fintech, all
Yeah.
these, because Ghana is just like, you know, you have almost everything you need there.
Right. And it's also a strategic gateway to the ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States market. So once a company is able to get a toehold in Ghana, they can use that as their base in order to expand into other West African countries. Now onto my home country of Togo. I'll tell you, today being April 1st, I tell people, I'm black every day. but in April, I'm extra Togolese. So today, if you were to see me, I'm dressed from head to toe in the colors of the Togolese flag, with my red shoes, yellow skirt, white top, and then I have a green jacket that I was wearing earlier. So I have all the colors on today because April 27 is Togo's Independence Day.
Oh, okay. Happy
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Happy early Independence
Yeah.
Day, but
Okay.
Independence Month,
Yep.
um, for Togo. So, but Togo is emerging as a logistic and trade hub in West Africa because Togo has the only deep sea port, right? And have you visited the port when you were in Lomé, John?
I I mean I not in the port, but I was just like passing by, so I
Yeah,
kind
we
of.
drove by it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, one of the most efficient ports in the region, I know a lot of trade comes through the port in Lomé to go to your country of Burkina Faso. Investment friendly policies and special economic zones for manufacturing, like the Zone Franche in Lomé, which should be one of the areas that we are planning to visit during this trade mission. Yeah. And then also, there's increasing demand in some of the key sectors, John. You want to go over those?
So in Lome, in Togo, okay,
Mhm.
so the key sectors that we have are infrastructure, energy, fintech, manufacturing, agriculture. And I
Yes,
know the port of Lome is a key player in the region.
yes,
So, I mean, it
absolutely.
offers a lot of opportunities for people interested in logistics.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And then third is Burkina Faso.
All
Um,
right. I think before Burkina Faso, I'll take that.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
first, I would say there's a strong support from the government to small businesses, and also government creating the environment to encourage foreign investors to come and invest into Burkina Faso. So that's one thing that we need to highlight, because investors are welcome. And let's just note that Burkina Faso has a lot of natural resources. Talking about gold, uh, you know, agriculture also is a big thing, and I know the government has. They are working and they are encouraging a lot of the agricultural entrepreneurship, so that food security is one of the main challenges, and is the top priority, I believe, in their agenda. So for investors who are interested in that sector, I think it's just one of their top priority. And let's say that Burkina Faso also has a growing uh, sectors in, like, is growing sectors in energy and technology. Just
Yeah,
like other countries that are developing, energy is important to you know to increase and to develop industries, manufacturing, and technology as well, because we are in a world where technology is almost everywhere. So the growing need is there. It's an opportunity, and that's why we want to bring those up, so that investors in the US can seize those opportunities, as well as creating partnerships for businesses between Burkina Faso and the US.
absolutely. Absolutely. And it is very important, that we learn about those sectors in those countries ahead of time. We do our research before we begin, right?
Yep. I mean, before we begin, let's say we did a lot of research, and taking into consideration the fact that Karen is from Togo, I'm from Burkina Faso, and we all I mean, we all been in Ghana. We have, ties in Ghana, relationship with people in Ghana. So
Yeah.
we have a lot of information that will be helpful for potential investors, potential participants to this trade mission. And it's not enough to say that um, this trade mission is very important. It's a key thing for anybody who are contemplating investing into West Africa, because the trade mission already opening up, you know, the way, how do we say it? I mean, clearing up the way, uh, facilitating partnership, facilitating connection with high level officials and the key players in those industries.
And why is it important, John, to have those connections with the key players in the countries and the high level government officials in those countries when you are planning to do business in those countries in particular?
So I would say it's important to have those connections with the key players because when you go to a country to invest, you want to talk to the right people. You want to talk to the people who are actually running the things over there. So, and the opportunity for participant in this trade mission is that Mark has already reached out to people in those different countries, Ghana, Togo, and Burkina Faso, and talking already with some of the key players in order to arrange the field, how, if I can tell, if I can say that, and facilitate those connections between investors coming from the US and key players in those different countries, Ghana, Togo, and Burkina Faso. You don't want to go and talk to someone who cannot make things move, because it's an investment, and we want to make sure that that investment is actually bringing some results to the people who are participating in that trade mission.
Absolutely. You hit the nail right on the head because, it is an investment. There is a price tag on this trade mission, right? So it is a significant investment into your business, and we want to make sure you maximize the ROI on that investment. And so, one key part of it is the pre-mission preparation, because success and the return on investment depends on how well you prepare, right? So, what do we need to do before getting on that plane? So, before the first thing is to obviously sign up so that you secure a spot, right, John?
Absolutely. Go to the website. You see all the information. You
Yep,
go to www.midlandsafricanchamber.com, and
yep,
you click on the trade mission, uh, and you'll see all the information. Go ahead, register, and from there, that's actually the first step.
yep.
And if you need more assistance, we are here to help you, walk you through the whole process.
Exactly. So then, after you sign up and you secure your spot to be one of those 24 participants on this trade mission, next step for you is to start researching the key industries that we've identified. But also, if your industry is not one of those, you can still look and see, you know, whether your industry of interest is represented. And then when you fill out the B2B profile, you let us know about the specific industries you are interested in so that we can make sure that you have matches that fit your interests. The preparation starts with understanding the market. So researching the key industries, the potential clients, the local regulations, and the cultural norms. So there are some questions you should ask yourself. What are the major business challenges and opportunities in each country? Okay. And we are here to also help you answer some of these questions. You can ask us those things if you are not able to find those answers. That's why we are here, right? And that's why we have partners on the ground, you know. And you can also research who are the key players in your industry in those countries. And, who exactly, who are your top five for each country we're going to that you want to connect with, right, John?
Yep. So now talking about the preparation, do you want me to talk about the capability statement?
Like the local regulations and certifications.
So, I mean, if is there any local regulation and certification you might need? I would say for now, Mac will be your point of contact to help you navigate through that process. Depending on the sector that you want to get into, you might need some maybe certification or follow some regulations. But before then, sign up first, and Mac will be your, the bridge between you and the country that you want to invest in, making sure that you have the right connections, making sure that you have the right document to actually either create your company or create a great partnership with a company that's local.
Absolutely. And, we'll be your first point of contact. And then your second point of contact will be our local partners. And we are fortunate enough, and this was not a coincidence. We do have great partners in all three countries, right, John? Who are our partners in Burkina Faso?
So in Burkina Faso, we have the Bureau des Grands Projets de Burkina. We have the Ministry of Affairs, the Chamber of Commerce, uh, the Ministry of Commerce first. Yeah, so we have a lot of great partners in Burkina Faso that we are working with to make
Exactly.
sure that we get the right people to
Yes.
connect with.
Absolutely. And then in Ghana, we have the ARM Chamber, and we have a guest speaker from the ARM Chamber 2 weeks ago. Here, we have the Ghana Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Ghana Chamber of Commerce. We have the Association of Ghana Industry as well. So those are some of the great partners that we are working with in Ghana. In Togo, we have the Togo Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We have the AGET, the Association of Big Enterprises of Togo. And then we also have the Conseil National du Patronat of Togo. So three partners there covering both the private public sector, not to include the ministers that they are attached to as well, the ministries that they are attached to. So we have partners that are well versed in the financial and trade landscape of their countries to help guide your steps in those countries. Now, do these businesses that participate in the trade mission need a strong capability statement, and why, John? Why do they need that?
Yep. So I believe the capability statement it's important for each company who like to participate in that trade mission, because that capability statement is just like your resume. Uh, it, le- it's important to make it short, to make it concise, visually appealing, and highlighting why a West African business should partner with you. So the capability statement is just a document that you prepare for yourself just to show to anybody that you'll be meeting with who you are, what you do, and why you are, I mean, why they believe or they can believe that you are a person that they can partner with. So just in to to say that having that to show to anybody, to potential partners, it's important because then you don't need to, maybe you don't have a lot of time to explain the whole thing that you do, but having it in a document is important for the people afterwards to review it and reach out for further connection or further partnerships. So in that capability statement, what you need to include, your company overview, who are you, and what do you do. So you need to highlight that. Also, what are your core competencies, the key product that and services that you provide. You need to show also your past performance. If you are in any industry, let's say logistic, if you have, you can prove or you can add into that capability statement the the jobs that you have done in the past that also help to understand your strength, to understand and to kind of see who you are and what you have done already. uh, do you have any certifications, Karin, if you want to add something into it?
No, those are great. Those are great areas that you mentioned. And it is important to have a capability statement, have your contact information, make it easy for people to find you, have those contact information both in print and digital copies, have your social media information readily available in there. LinkedIn is huge nowadays, and it is so easy. Make sure you know how to work that QR code in LinkedIn and have all your social media handle for both yourself and your company available. I'll tell you, everybody uses WhatsApp overseas and in West Africa. It is really common for people to have their WhatsApp number on their business cards in West Africa and communicate through WhatsApp a lot. So if you don't have WhatsApp, you should
Yeah,
download it
you
and make
should
sure
have
that,
it.
yep, make sure that
I
that
mean, I
number,
would say WhatsApp is almost everything. People use WhatsApp more than their emails.
yes,
And if you want to send something to their email, make sure you send it also to their WhatsApp.
that's
So having
correct.
a WhatsApp is important, and I think you should include that number, your WhatsApp number, into your capability statement and highlight that this is my WhatsApp number, so they can reach out to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a question here on the screen, John. What
Yep.
are the different categories of industries to invest in?
So I would say, any industry is welcome because we are going to, and this trade mission is for to help businesses, entrepreneurs to go and explore business opportunities. So we're not only targeting some sectors, but we are highlighting the growing sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, fintech, technology, and what else? Health. But if an investor want to invest into a certain sector that's not highlighted in the list that we have, they are still welcome because then we will know what are their needs. That's why it's important for them to fill out the form that we have, like the profile, so that we can use that to match them with partners in Togo, Burkina Faso, and or Ghana. So any type of industry is welcome. If you want to invest into mining, you're welcome. We just need to know what's the industry you want to invest in. You fill out your profile form, and we can use that to help maximize your return on investment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And no industry is excluded per se. We do have a focus. However, if your industry is not listed, you are welcome to still join the trade mission and explore with us together how we can connect you with those people that you are interested in meeting um, in that industry in the region. Another question was, when is the trip planned for? When is the trip, John?
The trip believes to be on August 22nd all the way till September, I believe September 3rd,
September 5th.
5th. Okay. And
Yes,
we have three stops. First, Ghana, second, Burkina Faso, and third, we come back to Togo before flying back to the US.
exactly. And then there was another question about, would we have a page dedicated?
For folk to review the key things we spoke about today. I mean, if I understood the question, I know first this live will be available on our website. I mean, on our page, Facebook page,
Yep,
and we have a lot of information as well in the website.
yep. Can you
And
remind them again?
yep. So the
Midland.
website is www.midlandsafricanchamber.com, and you can click search for the trade mission. You will see all the information there. And for more information, if I would say if you have more personalized information or you want more assistance, we are all here to help.
Exactly. And we just also put the website link in the chat there, and we'll show it there. There is a good frequently asked questions FAQ on the website as well. And the dedicated page is there with a lot of the information about the key industries, and the itinerary for each country is available as well. Right, John?
Yep. So itinerary for each country is available, and I don't know if you say it's on the website, right?
Yeah. Are you able to click on the website?
Not yet. I mean,
Okay. Let me see.
if you want me to go
I,
to the
I
website
just
right
put
now,
it, yeah, I just put it up in the chat,
okay.
and I, I just put it up in the chat. And then I, I am going to,
You sharing your screen?
yes.
Okay.
Let me see if I could do that. Trying to see. Let's see. So present, share screen. Okay. All right. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So when you are on the Trade Mission website, so this is the website where you could register, and you'll see the mission overview, the destinations. Um, you'll be able to see the key sectors right there on the website. You'll be able to see what the benefits of the trade missions are. So tailored business access, gain valuable market insights, personalized B2B matchmaking, exclusive connections, premium accommodations for added value. The itinerary is really high impact. The registration deadline is May 30th, 2025. There are payment plans available, but the final payment must be made by July 1st, 2025. Price tag for participation or investment cost is 13,000 per person. And then for a double room and then single 14,000. for a single room, and you can pay on the website as well. And if you go further down, you can explore per country. For instance, if you click on Ghana, you'll have more information about the industries and the infrastructure and development in Ghana, the business opportunities in Ghana, um, and you'll see what we are looking into doing when it comes to culture and history during our trip. And then you'll see our FAQ here that will answer some of the most frequently asked questions about the trip. So, besides that, you can also go to the other countries' dedicated pages, Burkina Faso, for instance, here, and take a look at the opportunities in that country. Um, and then go further than that into Togo and look at the opportunities for Togo as well. Here we go. So look at the business opportunities in Togo, um, and then touristic attractions, the GDP information. So what we've done is to put together enough information to get you started on your research process for each of these countries, and then it is up to you as a business owner to now take it a little bit deeper, go one step further and really dig deeper in the sectors and the industries that you are interested in. Okay.
So I would say the website has a lot of information. I mean, like the frequently asked questions will give you valuable information about what you need to know and
Yeah,
how to get yourself prepared for for the trade mission. So
exactly.
I encourage people to go on the website and you know see what each country is offering. Like just to respond back to the question asking where can we find information that we are talking about. First, the website has a lot of information. All we are talking about is already there in the website. And now, if you want to go back to the live and the officials and people that we'll be meeting through our Agora B2B podcast, that will be available on the on the Facebook page of the Midlands African Chamber.
Absolutely. And on our LinkedIn and on our YouTube channel as well.
Cool.
So you can find us in all three spots. Now, I want us to talk a little bit about the B2B profile and matchmaking process because that's such an important part of this, isn't it? John, it is such an important part of this whole thing because in order for this trade mission to be successful as a participant, you want to be matched with not quantity. It's not the quantity of the people you meet that matters. It's really the quality for your type of business or for your goals that you are pursuing, right? So how is a B2B profile different from a capability statement, John?
Okay. So
So it's
the B2,
basically, yeah, go
okay.
ahead.
So the capability statement is more focused on your business, the industry that you are uh, you you work in,
Hmm.
and the B2B profile to me is just gonna be more focused on you know the one-on-one interaction.
That's
And
right.
yes,
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It's your business passport for networking and really matchmaking with other like-minded, well-aligned business owners or industry leaders. So that profile is after you sign up. for the trade mission, you will get that questionnaire and you have to fill it out so that that will help us develop your B2B profile, which we will share with all those partners that we've talked about, the local businesses, trade associations, chambers of commerces overseas, before the mission. We have to get those things to them well, well, well before we even go there. So they'd have to receive these things more than a month before to help them actually recruit, recruit and vet people and organizations to introduce to you during the trip. So a strong profile should include some key things. Your company description, and make sure you are defining clearly your company's mission, your products, your services. You should also include a section on your business goals for the trade mission. What are you looking for? Are you looking for distributors? Are you looking for suppliers? Are you looking for investment partners? Are you looking to start a joint venture in that country? Are you looking to establish a local branch of your existing business, or is this a brand new business that you're trying to get going altogether? What are your key market interests? We've talked about business industries or business sectors over and over today. Um, do you have any previous experience in international trade? Do you have existing businesses already in the region? You know, are you interested, for instance, in a turnkey ready product? You know, in that country, like a place where they offer office space, they offer legal assistance, they offer marketing assistance, they offer business registration assistance. Are you looking for something like that to get started? Because they have those too. So what exactly are you looking for? Um, you should have contact information. You should have also your numbers. How much revenue did the business make last year if it's an existing business, so that we know, are you a small business, are you a medium-sized business, are you a big business, how many employees do you have, and what are your projections? So, just to have an idea of what kind of size of a company you are and what kind of size of a company you are interested in. John?
Yep. So I would say the B2B profile is important, like Karin just highlighted it. It will help Mag to prepare the connection with the potential partners in the country that you would like to invest in. And that's why it's important for the participant to fill it out thoroughly, so we can have as much information as possible that will help us to connect with the right person, to for us to how to just to be able to select the right people and make a right connection. So from there, the matchmaking process is really important and crucial for the trade mission. And what do you need to do before the trade mission and during the trade mission? If I can say something, is just first will be to fill out your B2B profile. That will help us to actually connect you with the right people. Be clear about what your business is doing and what are your expectations. If you have a clear expectation, we can connect you easily with the right people. So, and that you need to clearly describe it in the B2B profile that you'll be submitting before the trade mission. Also, do your own due diligence and search for companies that you would like to meet in advance. So, and also during the mission in Ghana, Togo, Burkina Faso, prepare for a pitch, 30-second pitch about your company and what you are looking for. Because once we get to connect you with the right people, or during the B2B event that we'll be organizing, just get prepared for a 30-second pitch to anybody that you'll be meeting, looking potentially to connect with that person or that company and build a partnership.
And that 30-second elevator pitch is very important. One key part of it, too, I would say, is not only what you're looking for, but you should also include what you can bring to the table. Because it's very important for, as you are engaging with somebody, to tell them what you could do for them. Not only what they can do for you, but what can you bring to them? What added value can you bring to them as well? Right, John? As a real estate professional and, somebody that networks, uh, that networks a lot for a living. I know you are well versed in the elevator, in the art of the elevator pitch, and in the art of networking. What makes it effective?
I mean, what makes it effective is actually what you can bring, to the table. It's not only what um, you want from the other person. It's also to show them what you're bringing on the table, what your value, the value added that you're bringing, and that can ease the connection. That way, both of you know that uh, there's something valuable to pursue in this conversation and further out building a partnership. So, to me, doing those B2B connections highlight the fact that this is who I am, what I do, and this is what I can bring on the table. And also, this is what I am expecting, this is what I'm looking for. That helps to accelerate the connection and you know bring some valuable result.
Absolutely. And having a well prepared B2B profile really increases the chances of you getting a good return on your investment when you participate in a trade mission, may it be with Mac or with another organization. Though, having a well prepared B2B profile, a well prepared capability statement really increases your chances of securing valuable partnerships. So you should definitely have those two things going forward for your business. Now, I know we are at about 9:48 and we have 12 minutes here. I want to talk a little bit about cultural things, key things in West Africa, right?
Yeah.
Cultural nuances that we need to be aware of. Um, so when in the US, we tend to be very direct, right, John? You meet,
Yeah,
you go straight to business. But
absolutely.
but in West Africa, there's a lot of focus on relationships.
That's true. Yep.
So during meetings, um, just expect that there will be quite a bit of time spent on chit chatting, right?
That's true. And that's how it works. Like,
That's how it works.
you
Yeah,
know,
John.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the culture is just different, and that's why we need to start preparing people, especially if you have not been in Africa before. You need to get that cultural knowledge, that cultural uh, information, just to get yourself prepared, awareness, because it's just different. The way they conduct business over there, the introduction is different than what we have here. And sometimes isn't the way we do it is not like it's not wrong, but it's just that they're not used to that, and being in a different environment, we need to be aware of their cultural uh, rules, habits, and try to accommodate to that if we want to build a partnership. So respecting people, that's the key thing. And relationship is really important, and it
You'll be
matters who. Yep, it matters who introduce you to who.
Mhm.
So talking to the right people, like we said before, it's important because that helps to actually unlock some doors and unlock some opportunities.
Absolutely. One thing that or a couple of things I want to mention is, first of all, right hand versus left hand. John.
Yep. So I don't know in Ghana in Togo, but in Burkina Faso especially, right hand, if you want to give something to someone, even it's just like a flyer, it's important to hand it over with the right hand,
It's
because
the
left,
same in Togo and
yeah.
Ghana.
So left hand is just like it's disrespectful to them,
Yes,
unless you are, you're older than the person, and you know you don't have to to follow that rules. But if it's just a business partnership and you want to also show respect to the other person, everything has to be with right hand instead of left hand. But here in the US, it doesn't matter. Left hand, right hand, it doesn't matter. As long as I can bring the document or whatever to the other person and they can take it. That's what matters. But over there, that's something we need to be aware of and try to work on ourselves to not violate those social rules.
that's right. That's right. And that's one of the etiquette issues here, right? And then a lot of formality, some, in those countries, especially in French speaking countries, in business environment, they are a lot more formal than we are in the US. So using the proper titles for people is important,
Yes.
right?
I mean, proper title, even the way you write it, in the French countries, most of the time when you want to write the last name, it's all capital letters.
Mm-hmm.
But here, you can just write the first letter in capital letter, and the rest, you know, you write it the way you want to. But
Yeah,
formal, I mean, they're just more formal. The formality is important to them, and we need to be aware of that. Even in the correspondence, like sending letters, it has to be addressed to this person first and to the other person second. So all these are rules that we are also we need to be aware of those rules and be able to actually uh, make the successful trade mission for ourselves and for our participants.
that's right. So we have some questions here that so Tiffany Gamble is asking, in Ghana, do you use the left hand, and in Togo, you use the right? No, it's always the right hand in all three countries, right? All
Yep.
the
Yep. Always the right hand. You cannot
Yeah.
give something like the pen right here. If I want
Mhm.
to give it to Karine, I have to give it with my right hand. If I give
Yes,
it with my left hand, she might
it's
not
an
say
insult.
something, but I will know it. I will know it later that that was wrong.
Yes, and Blandine here is saying the left hand, giving something to somebody with the left hand is an insult.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And then there was a question, there's a question about, do we have an option for my members who don't go on the trip but who still want to find out ways to invest in those countries? So we do not have a remote investment option, at this point. However, you can always approach us if you're looking for ways to connect in those countries, and we can talk with you and help you explore what kind of opportunities are, what connections can be made for you. Um, John, as we keep going here on our etiquette, another thing I wanted to mention too is, as you prepare, make sure you have, you pack some suits for our trip, at least a couple of formal suits for the guys, evening wear for the ladies, because during the trade mission there will be formal events as well.
Absolutely. So there will be formal events, and I know some of our participants will also purchase some African
Mhm.
clothings because during our some social events that we'll be having, like the B2B, people like to see their guests also dress in the African um, clothing. So having some suits important for the formal meetings, and being prepared as well to purchase or to have uh, some traditional clothings will be also something to be aware of.
And those can be purchased on the ground there as well, as we will have that opportunities. Now, just to wrap up here, some key things before the meetings: research potential partners. John, you want to take these one by one with me so we can go go through them really quick.
Okay.
So, research potential partners.
Prepare key talking points,
Bring both digital and printed materials.
and during the meeting, focus on relationship building first.
Listen to your counterpart's business needs,
Keep your pitch clear and the point and to the point.
and then make sure that after the meetings, you send a follow up email or WhatsApp, or better yet, send both, summarizing the key discussion points. Make sure you link up with them on LinkedIn as well. That way, you keep the relationship going on multiple channels.
Yep. And that also brings us back to expressing gratitude and keeping the conversation going even after the trade mission.
Absolutely. And before we wrap up, we'd like to remind everybody again that the trade mission to West Africa, the MAC trade mission, is from August 22nd to September 5th, going to Ghana, Togo, and Burkina Faso. So we invite you to join us.
Yep, join us, sign up for the trade mission, and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and also check our website
Yep. Yeah,
www.missionafricanchamber.com.
that's right. 24 companies. That can go on this trip with us. Registration closes May 30th. We are also on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and we can't wait to explore the opportunities that West Africa offers for investment with all of you. Tell a friend, better yet, convince them to come with you. The more, the merrier. I think this is going to be a great time for both business and culture in West Africa this fall with Mac.
Absolutely.
And again, thank you for joining us. I'm Karine Soko, and it was my pleasure to co-host this edition of the Agora, the Mac Agora B2B, with my co-host John Wedraugo.
Okay.
I will see you next time.
Next time. Thank you for joining us on this live.
Thank you.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.